Hiya, hopefully you can hear me. My name is John and I'm the photo booth guy. So we are Photo Booth Hire UK. We only do photo booths, we don't do anything else. And we specialize really in personalizing the photo booth experience for your guests. So we see our role as entertaining your guests for 3 or 4 hours at your reception. This is the mirror booth. Excuse the setup because the mirror booth shoots a full-length picture, so it's in portrait mode, and obviously these cameras and things all work in landscape. This is an example of one of many of the welcome screens that we can do for you. They're included in the price. Obviously, your details, your name, the date of your wedding goes on the front. Your guests see this. There are quite a lot of different styles to choose from, and some of them come in different colors. So if you like the style, you might find you don't like the color, but you can have a look on our website and you'll see there is a different color choice. This is an example of one where somebody got married abroad and they sent us some photographs from their wedding and we incorporated them onto the mirror as part of the welcome screen. And for their animation set, which I'll show you in a minute, we actually incorporated some of the photographs as well, so that people saw the photographs as they had them abroad. This is one of my animation sets. This is the Disney themed one. You'll see at the top, the idea of the spinning ring is to show your guests where to look, although I am there to help them. So it takes a photograph and you'll see, hopefully you can see, apart from my lockdown stomach, is that this shows them exactly what the photograph will look like. If they don't like it, there's a retake option. It shows them it printed inside the print border that you've chosen. So an option is that, and certainly for kids love this, is to start to edit the photograph on screen. It gives children the ability to draw on it, for people to sign it or to do whatever. It is an option. If you don't like that, we can take it off. There's also the option, particularly now with coronavirus, that physical props are an issue this year, maybe not next year. Therefore, we've got a lot of prop choices on screen, be they words that you can add or pictures, and these can be added to. So if you have a theme or something you're interested in, then we can add these to the file. Your guests then can text that photograph to their phones. So what they do is they actually just put in their number. Very easy. And then they can send it. But if there's 6 or 7 people in the group shot, they can all add their numbers. So everybody gets a copy on their phone of that photograph. And then we also offer the ability to have a print each. So unlike some people just do 2 prints or 1 print, what we do is we offer, so for 6 people, all 6 can have a copy, and we just increase the quantity and it'll print it straight out. It automatically prints an extra copy. The extra copy goes in a guest book. Now, guest books are a thing of choice for you. You can either provide me with a guest book. I have a range of photo guest books on my website you can have a look at. The standard one is included in the price. For an extra £25, you can have a personalised one, but the market is full of guest books and photo guest books, and that's something we can talk about. What I'd like to show you is 2 other things. One is another animation set, which if you don't like Disney, and not everybody does, we have Max the Butler as a different animation set. Again, the idea of the animation set is to guide your guests through, because I may be sticking your pictures in the guest book, I may be tidying the props or rescuing them from the dance floor, but it's just a way of keeping the flow of people going. The idea is to make it entertaining, and so it keeps your guests amused. What you can see, hopefully, if the camera is working well, is that this is the sorts of choices a print boarder you can see. Now, most people, or 99.9% of people, have one for their day, but it is possible to have more than one if you wanted more than one. So again, you can draw on it, you can add emojis, and again, people can send that to their phone. There's no limit on this. You can. The idea is that we're there for the 3 hours or 4 hours or however long you want us, and so we don't limit the number of photographs, the number of prints, or the number of texts. We're there as a service to entertain your guests, not to stop entertaining suddenly at 2 hours 59 minutes. We will carry on, and usually, if you bribe me with a little bit of buffet, we'll stay till the end, until people have lost interest on the dance floor. The other thing I wanted to show very briefly is, having hired the mirror for the day, there are other things you can do with these things. They are very flexible. This is a demonstration of an order of service. Now, the mirror can be positioned somewhere with an order of service. Basically, this is Photoshop. You can do anything with Photoshop. So each of these can be an interactive thing. So you might have a welcome message. This is something you could record, or it's something that can be pre-recorded, or whatever you may wish it to be. The other thing is you can put in the ability to capture a photograph at that point in the day. So a no props, more formal photograph maybe as people arrive. It's a point of entertainment as people are milling around waiting to sit down while you're having your photographs. This shows you a different style of print border, which is a magazine style. Again, you can have different styles on the day. It's entirely up to you. We just skip that, skip that, skip that. So there are lots of options there. Another option with the, again, with the flexibility using the same capabilities, is to run your table plan. Now, if you've got a theme for your tables, we can mimic that on here. You can put anything you want behind these letters. At the minute, you just select your letter. If you're Annabelle Ashcroft, your letter is A, and you're on. It will then tell you which table you're on. Now, it can go further. It can record a video message. If you wanted people to leave you a video message, you can give them questions to answer. You can make it as sophisticated as you want, really. It's entirely up to you. So we are based, I'm based in the top corner of Derbyshire. We cover Derbyshire, Staffordshire, Nottinghamshire. We actually go across to Cheshire quite a lot and up to Manchester, all across Yorkshire, North Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, down into Leicester. We do some work further afield, but generally speaking, I try to keep the journey time down to about 2 or 3 hours. What else can I tell you? It's a tendered operation. At the minute, we are not too sure what the rules are going to be around physical props, but the idea of having an attendant there is that they can help people with the props and keep them in some sort of order. But to give you some ideas of what's available for next year, we have lots of prop boards like this sort of thing, the larger ones like that. Obviously, that's mine, and things like this. They all add to the photograph as people like them. We have a number of themed props as well. So I have everything from, this is Alice in Wonderland, if you recognize that. We have a lot of cowboy hats, cowboy guns, that sort of thing. We have Harry Potter themed things. We have everything. We did have and was popular Game of Thrones props, not so popular these days. We also have quite a lot of Star Wars things. If you're into Star Wars, we have everything. We've got both the helmets and the lightsabers, and somewhere one of the guns. We have 1920s themed things, Peaky Blinders. We've got inflatables, you name it, we've got it. Unfortunately, it's a bad habit of mine is prop buying. I'm always buying and adding to what we have. That's about it for the demo. If there's anything else you want to see, I can show you. In terms of setup and operation, we can't manage stairs or steps. It's a very big piece of equipment. There's only one person comes with it, so we do need effectively disabled access to roll it in and out. We need a 3 meter by 2 meter space. This includes a bit of space for a prop table. The venue can provide a prop table, or we come with one. We bring our own lights. We bring our own backdrops. We need power, obviously, and a nice dry flat surface. And we don't do muddy fields. On backdrops, what you can see in the reflection of the mirror, and it's impossible to show you today, but they are on my website. I do have at the minute 4 different backdrops. Now, the idea of the backdrop is to cut out what may be in the background of the photograph, be it a buffet, be it your guests, be it staff from the venue, or whatever it may be. And it also improves the lighting and the quality of the photograph that you end up with. I've got the one you can see now is the rustic one, the wooden effect one. On the back of that is a white flowers based one. I have a black plain one and a black one with gold stars. This year, in my plan is to buy 2 more floral ones. If you want to vote for what we get, on my website, you'll see under backdrop hire, the list, it shows you all the backdrops that you can hire as an additional cost if you wanted to, but I will be buying one of those. If you particularly like one, let me know, and it may just influence which one I go for. What else? Oh, we've got questions on. I think the main question I get asked is how much. So everything is wrapped up into one price. So we don't charge extra for delivery. 95, and that is for at least 3 hours, and it usually extends to 4 hours higher in terms of operational time. So we'll come and set up at an earlier point in the day around your timings, which isn't necessarily turnaround time, but can be. Sometimes it can be much earlier in the day, and then it's parked in a corner and left. So that time isn't included in that 3 to 4 hours. And then obviously pack away is after we've finished, when you're all on the dance floor or the evening has ended. If you want the personalised screen, they're a little bit extra. They're at £25 onto the price. So our top price is £320. And that's it, really. Everything else is on the website. If you want to contact me, you can check your date on the website if we're available. A lot of my dates of moving dates from this year. Pretty much all my middle of the year bookings moved into next year. And if there's anything else you want to know, please just reach out and ask. Thank you very much.